Today we're going to be putting up a 16-foot cattle panel to support our boysenberries. Right now my husband is going to go ahead and put the T-post in the ground so we can secure that cattle panel to it. And then we'll have to remove these 4 blueberry bushes that are currently planted here. In a previous video I mentioned that these blueberry bushes have not really thrived for the last 2-3 years, and so we're going to take those out and plant something new here. So we're just going to go ahead and get that in the ground first. Boysenberry trellis went up quickly and smoothly, and the only thing I have left to do is get the planting holes prepared. As you can see here, this is where the blueberries were, and I need each of the planting areas to be centered in each of these 3 panel sections. I'll be getting 3 boysenberry plants, and so they're not lined up. So I'll be covering these with more of that black paper and moving the planting holes centered underneath the trellis so that as I feed them, I can get all the way around each of the plants. And I won't be getting them for about 2 or 3 weeks, so I have plenty of time to finish this project. Every year we move our trellises to 2 new beds. I like to rotate my crops so I'm not planting the same plant family in any of my beds 3 years in a row. Just to ensure good soil maintenance and pest control to the best of your ability. And so what we have here are 2 16-foot cattle panels that are supported by T-posts, and we have them attached with zip ties. And what we do every year is unattach them from the post, take the cattle panels off, move them to the two new bed locations, and then reinstall them the exact same way. Usually every year what we do is we kind of freehand it, where my husband gets on one side, I get on the other. He's way more stronger than I am, and I usually kind of go flinging around because these things want to splay back out to being a flat type surface. So this year we're going to use a little different method that we saw on another video. Susan in the garden, she moves her trellises as well. And what they do is they use these tie downs. So here my husband's already put one on here to get ready to move these. And so the tie downs will keep it in the shape, supposed to keep it in the shape that it already is for easier moving, so it doesn't go flipping out like that and want to shoot me across the garden. So we're going to get to that, and hopefully this year it goes better than it did the last 2 years. Moving the trellises this year was a breeze. Now, my husband may not say that because he did most of the work with the T-post and everything, but as far as from my perspective and getting these big, monstrous flippy things moved over here using the tie down was a game changer. Easy peasy, as you saw, just pick it up, walk it over, and set it down with getting those tines down into the soil. Then, of course, adding the T-post. So definitely a process we will use every year. Took a little bit of planning, a little bit of choreographing it, but again, way better than the last 2 years. And the things that I grow on here are pumpkins. I usually do sugar pie pumpkins on both sides. And then on the other trellis, I have typically grown butternut squash. This year, I won't be growing any pumpkins. It was really quite a pain last year battling all those squash bugs for some ornamental pumpkins. So I won't be doing that this year. And I have plenty of pumpkin puree in the freezer. So take that off my list this year. And that's one less task I'll have to do all summer long. And so this year I'm going to grow 2 different kinds of butternut squash, which apparently, since I just recently learned, it's not squash bug's favorite. So hopefully, and I've had very minimal squash bug issues on my butternut squash. So hopefully that won't take too much of my time this summer. And then the other trellis, I'm going to go ahead and put my Lady Di runner green beans on. I've used them on my permanent trellises in the other part of the garden, but this year I'm going to put them on both sides of this trellis. So at any rate, that wraps it up for moving the trellises. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.